Randy Pederson steps in. Oh, before we do that, let's hear from the man who won that Triple Crown at over the 159, 158. Here we go with Randy Pederson. Randy's taller of the two. Very humorous guy. He had a 17-7 match game record, while Weber had a 14-10. Well, now, Nelson Burton Jr., our expert.
Well, I'll tell you some statistics, Chris. That was the lowest scoring championship or match we've ever had in the Tournament of Champions, and the lowest, second lowest in all time. As Randy Pederson gets another ball for the spare, leaves the 4-9 on what was apparently a good hit. But he's going to try to slide that 4 into the 9. Hangs up in the thumb hole. He's going to open with 8 pins. And Chris, that other match that was the lowest of all times was Dennis Jakes versus Sam Zurich, 1983, Windsor, Ontario. I don't want to see any more of that. Let's pick up the action, guys.
Right, come on. Again, the 7-10 broken up.
Well, that was such unusual pin action in an apparent good hit. Pete, well, watch this. Watch the left side. The 4-7 should not even be in the picture. Watch his ball hit light. He actually has a 4-7-10 split. Unusual.
Ooh, stay up there, he says. And it did. For Pederson, an open frame for Weber. A spare. Second game, winner to meet Norm Duke.
The only redeeming factor about these first frames bowled by both these players, they were in the pocket. Weber and Jaros both could not find the 1-3 in the opening match.
In his 69th television appearance, Pete Weber marks with a strike in the second frame. Second frame now for Randy Pederson.
Randy with a very high maintenance game. He's an excellent athlete, 5-step delivery, and he has that real high backswing, and he shortened it some recently too, as you see him come down way above his shoulder, and ideally as he gets a little bit older, get that down to shoulder level. Weber has worked on that. He's gone from that perpendicular to the approach to lower angle, and it's helped his game.
And a PBA national champion named Randy Pederson has doubled after opening in the first frame. Things are looking up. Let's see if Weber now can equal it.
Well, the first person who looks like he knows what he's doing out there, Randy Pederson, throws the ball in the pocket in the first frame, gets a split, but follows with a double.
Bravo, bravo. Tomorrow here on ABC, the Stanley Cup playoffs continue as the New York Islanders host the Rangers, or Dallas meets St. Louis. Live coverage begins at 1 Eastern, 12 noon Central and Pacific. Then, on a special edition of ABC's Wide World of Sports, top male and female gymnasts go for gold in continuing coverage of the World Gymnastics Championships. All tomorrow right here on ABC Sports. And now Pete Weber has strung 3. Native to this area, gray blue herons have nested in the Cuyahoga River Valley for years. They arrive in March, and then they hatch in midsummer. Hundreds of people comfortable inside Riviera lanes for the 30th Tournament of Champions. Our host and sponsor of the event, General Tire. Now let's go to Johnny Petraglia.
Thank you, Chris. Norm, you've had a tremendous winter, and winning the General would almost solidify Bowler of the Year. Do you start thinking about it this early in the season?
Well, I've been thinking about it since the first week we bowled, and certainly I've been thinking about, boy, if you could win the General, then there's nobody going to catch you.
He's ready to win, Chris.
I believe it. Now this man has 4 in a row. Randy Pederson.
Well, Randy just shredded the rack there in the 4th frame, then comes up in the 5th frame on the left-hand lane, pulls the ball a little bit, and it sets in the pocket. That's what he was looking for. It looks like both players are locked in and ready to go. Pete with that high backswing and obviously light body weight, 135 pounds, gets off balance. See him off there, and he falls off to the right. If he could have just posted that shot, he may have had it set up. Gets off balance, leaves the 3-6.
Pete Weber, a 7 handicapper in golf, as is Randy Pederson. Right here, they're even. A 4.
Pete, ball change with a lower surface friction for more control. Cross lane, knocks it in. Randy Pederson has that liquid type game. He must let it flow. It's all coordination. He's a tall man, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and he has to let it be very smooth and solid.
Randy was 3rd in the true values. We look at his bride, Becky Pederson, owns a hair salon called Headliners. Her husband owns a bowling pro shop in Hollywood, Florida.
Sitting with Becky the other night, she just absolutely could not stand to watch Randy bowl. She says it makes us way too nervous. Right now, this is the big bucks. This is the 2nd game, the General Tire Tournament Champions. Randy has an 11-pin lead.
The first game, if you just joined us, Steve Jaros met Pete Weber. In a low-scoring game, 159 to 158 was the score.
An apparent good hit by Randy Pederson, the 6, low around the 10. A solid 10 spare here in the 7th. He'll carry a 10-pin lead against Pete Weber.
And Steve Jaros, in losing that first match, took home a check for $13,000. Winner will get $65 today. This is the 10th innovation here this year at Riviera Lanes. Products from bowling